Assalamualaikum. My name is Arij Babar. My roll number is 11. Today we are going to discuss central themes in physiology, means key physiological themes. The themes which we are going to discuss today are structure, function, relationship, adaptation, homeostasis, conformity, and regulation. First of all, we are going to discuss structure, function, relationship. As we know that structure determines function, means we can say in other words the way something is arranged enables to play its role, fulfill its job within an organism. And we also know that information flows between organ systems to coordinate functions. Means information flows through structures and then function occurs. Physiology is all about function, but here we are saying that structure and function are correlated. Even though we know that anatomy is all about structure and physiology is all about functions. But let me tell you that they always correlate with each other. And how is it possible? Just like anatomy being the study of physical organs, actual physical organs, while physiology studies how this organ works to function the whole body as organ system. Here are some examples of structure function relationship. Movement, leap of an organ from organism to molecular level. Reflex arc, nutrition and digestion. Now we are going to discuss second theme, which is adaptation. Physiological adaptations refers metabolic or physiological adjustment within the cell. Means it enables us to stay in an environment or in survival in the environment or to adjust according to the environment. Evolution by natural selection is the explanation of process. Typically it occurs in a gradual manner over generation, means adaptation. In this slide, we can see types of adaptations which are behavioral adaptations, structural adaptations, physiological adaptations. Behavioral adaptations means responses made by an organism to survive in their environment. Here we can take an example of bear. Bear usually hibernate in winters to escape the cold temperature and it preserves energy. And second is structural adaptation. Structural means a feature of an organism's body that keeps it to survival. Means the feature is already present in the organism body. Such like a penguin has blubber to protect itself from freezing. And the third is physiological adaptation. Physiological means a body process that helps an organism to survive or reproduce. For example, snakes produce poisonous venom to ward off predators to capture prey. In this picture, we can also see the three types of adaptation, but in different manner, like genetic, functional, cultural. Genetic means biological heritable, means adapt from their ancestors might be, and the second is physiological, means functional, and the third is culture or behavior, means socially adapted. Now we are going to discuss third theme, which is homeostasis. Homeostasis, you can say it's a self-regulating process or maintenance of internal environment. We all have the tolerable limits to continue the healthy function. And how is it homeostasis maintains? It is done by negative feedback control. In this slide, we are going to discuss homeostatic regulation. What is homeostatic regulation? Adjustment of physiological system within the body. And how it is regulate? It regulates involve its regulation involves three mechanisms, which is receptor, control center, and mechanism. Now, what is receptor, control center, and mechanism? Receptor usually responds to a change in the body, and then it sends message to the brain, means the control center, which sends signals to the effector. Means receptor receives the change and sends the message to brain center, and then brain center sends the signals to the effector. And then how it's work. In this picture, we can see receptors send message to control center, and then it signifies to the then it sends signals to the effector. Now we're going to end this topic by the last theme, which is conformity and regulation. Conformity and regulation are two most biological groups in which we can discuss conformers and regulation. As you can see, I have written difference, but I'm going to summarize for you. Conformers are those animals which can depend, which are usually which Conformance internal environment depends on external environment, while regulators control the internal environment through their metabolism. So, conformers usually take energy from the environment to maintain their homeostasis or internal environment, just like you can see in this slide. Like basking in the sun absorbs the heat energy directly from the ground above them, while regulators maintain internal environments. To do so, they require high metabolic rates. As I told you before, conformers and regulators are two broad groups of organisms by classification based on how they behave according to the changes in the environment they live. Conformers to change because it is unable to maintain homeostasis, while regulators can maintain their homeostasis. The ability to regulate the internal environment enables organisms to live in a wide range of conditions. Organisms with narrow tolerance limits are often those with little or no ability to regulate their internal environment. Now we are just going to end this topic by giving you an example. Here is an example of mixed conformity and regulation in a single species, which is salmon. Salmon, when enter rivers from sea, its body temperature, including blood temperature, changes. The condition is if the water is warmer or cooler than the ocean water. And then we come to the chloride regulation, but its chloride concentration remains almost constant even though river water is very dilute. As we know, in chloride, and seawater is very concentrated in chloride. So thank you for the listening my presentation. Hope you like it.